Very pleased to welcome Mr. Salman Hussain, co-founder of Fuse. We are seeing some old and some new cars. Lots. It's a warehouse in the middle of Jabal Ali in Dubai. Tell us more about your venture. You are a mechanical engineer from Imperial College in London, a top-notch school, mechanical engineering school in the UK. Tell us more about your venture. It seems very interesting.
Well, thank you first of all for being here and having a look at some of the work that we're doing. Fuse is essentially a company that's converting classic and other cars, commercial cars, to electric. The whole venture started because we wanted to start off doing classic vehicles. Me and my co-founder Mihai, and we thought it was a very good idea. So the vehicle actually behind us is the first vehicle that we did. We just wanted to see how the reception of that was. And when we took it to the shows, we took it around just to show people. People were very, very excited, and they were like, "Oh, we need to see more." So we decided to formalize the business, start this classic car division. But at the same time, while doing that, we realized that there's a lot of gaps that are not being addressed by the EV market, especially for special purpose vehicles, commercials or commercial fleet pickup trucks, fleet vans, other type of vehicles like for mining. So we decided to explore those sectors and try to see as much as we could about giving those guys the solutions that they need.
Yeah. So you had, let's talk about the vintage cars, classic cars. You're transforming conventional, regular classic cars into EVs.
Yeah.
What is the process and what are the challenges and the opportunities?
There are three of them. The three-step process. What we do is we first take out the existing vehicle components and we 3D scan the entire vehicle. That gives us a digital twin on the computer.
Yes.
We design an entire system around it, your batteries, your motors, everything, so as to minimize the amount of intrusion that will happen in the cabin or anything like that. And then the third thing is, once we've designed the systems, we fabricate, we install, and we test it on the road to see how it behaves.
So the cars are basically, you're importing spare parts or the parts basically from Japan, I guess, from the United States as well, and you are installing them and you are doing tests in terms of quality control. So you are exercising your own quality control.
Yeah.
All right, that's for the vintage cars, and that's then they are registered under plates from the Charger classic cars in Charger, correct?
They've been quite helpful in getting us the licensing, insurance, and all the regulations around it, so that these cars can be on the road.
How many cars have you progressed or developed so far in 1 year?
In total, we've done about 7 projects.
7 cars.
That are out. That's a mixture of classic cars and other type of vehicles as well.
7 vehicles, all right. Very good. And most of the customers are locals here or from the local market in UAE?
A lot of them are, yes. Some of the commercial clients actually outside the market, so we're working regionally. We're working with some people in the Middle East region, some governments. We're also working with relief organizations based out, again, in the Middle East, and they're operating in the Middle East. But a lot of them, they are either, we started by meeting them here.
So one vertical is the vintage cars that you would like to pursue.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. So you're getting, I can see a Mercedes, I can see a Volkswagen Beetle over here, and it's ongoing and it's doing well. The second vertical basically is about, I can see Hilux, Toyota Hilux transformed or into electric. Please tell us more about it and what the process is, about your partnership in this regard, and your potential customers.
So one of the so we got approached by a Swedish NGO called La Cars Mission International that wanted to develop these kits to put into Hilux pickup trucks. And the reason they want to do that is because there's a lot of fuel scarcity in the regions they operate.
Yes.
And so they have solar panels that they've put down for the water pumping stations that they have in those villages. They wanted to use the same solar panels and get them electric vehicles. And the cheapest way to do that is to retrofit the existing vehicles they have. What we've offered them is a solution that will go down below the cost of $20,000 and give them kits that they can install within the span of a day to convert the existing Hilux pickup trucks they have there to electric, and be able to use the electricity from the solar panels, the excess electricity that they have on the solar panels, to charge them in the
So
daytime.
the transformation would cost $20,000?
We're aiming at $20,000 and less to
Yeah,
be able to
that
do it.
includes the body of the Hilux, or no, that's different.
That's just the kit that we offer. The body and the donor vehicle will be on them.
So they get you the Hilux, the body of the Hilux is here to you, to your warehouse in DIP in Dubai. You do the transformation and then you ship it to wherever it is, right?
For the first phase of the build, that the first phase of the vehicles, they actually got us a test vehicle to try it on.
Yeah.
But in the future, because now we have the exact specifications of the kit, we will no longer need a vehicle here. We can just make the kit based on the designs that we've done previously and just send the kit out to them so that they can install it on their side without the need
On
for
their
a vehicle
own,
coming.
without your
Without
assistance.
our assistance. Yeah.
Quality control in this regard is guaranteed, basically.
We are doing all the tests here on site, on the bench,
Yes.
to make sure that all of the programming is done. We're constantly optimizing as well, so that if any changes need to be made, we can make it here, and we can also make it on the kits that we send out. So there's, from the QC standpoint, we have a couple of procedures that we follow.
Do you have any target in terms of sales?
At this point, we're looking at about 20 to 30 for the coming year.
Yeah.
But then we want to increase that to about 1,000 by the end of 2027.
That's
Kits-
big.
Kits.
So mass production.
Yeah.
All right. LCVs, light commercial vehicles, unfortunately, or many basically companies, small, medium, and even large entities in the UAE are very much eager to embrace or to have electric light commercial vehicles, especially amid all what the delivery basically system that we have in place. However, the scarcity is there in terms of the availability of electric light commercial vehicles. How are you addressing this segment in particular?
So we're trying to actually develop kits for those type of vehicles as well, especially the vans and the pickup trucks that are used for delivery and for like light logistics,
Yes.
especially inner city, and to try to sell it to them so that they can get it for less than half the price of buying even a new petrol vehicle.
Yes.
So, and by addressing specifically those markets, we'll be able to decarbonize, first of all, much cheaper,
Yes.
and second of all, much
Yes.
much quicker as well.
Yeah.
Because there are no great options at this point at a great price point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're trying
So-
to address those two issues right now.
Are you having any partnership with any body provider?
At this point, we're looking at the donor cars of the existing fleets. So whoever has the
okay.
existing fleets like Aramex,
Okay.
they would give us those bodies, the donor cars, and then we would do the transformation for them.
Do you have any contract with Aramex?
We're actually working on something. So we had a chat last year. We're hoping that there'll be a pilot project at least by the end of this year.
All right, so you just give Aramex as an example,
Yeah,
potential.
yeah,
Okay. So existing cars and all that. What about, again, quality and certification in the UAE? It's quite a rigid process.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how are you going to address that? Some electric vehicles have failed the tests in this part of the world, taking into account summer heat and all
Absolutely,
that,
yeah.
the weather conditions. How are you going to address that?
So there are three things that we do. But let's hit the certification first. So all the components that we have are certified already, and they're either electric vehicle ready or the electric vehicle certified. So in this sense, we make sure that we use certified components. We're also working on certification of the entire system. That's something that we're working on. So testing the entire thing and making sure that that's also ready as a system.
Yes.
The entire system. As for trying to address how, we always make sure that we are giving people a solution that works for their temperature, for their demographics and the geography
Yes.
of where it's going to be,
Yeah.
and for their use case. So if they're going to use it for longer distances or shorter distances,
Yeah.
we always make sure that we size the system according to their needs.
After sales service?
We're providing 5 years of warranty. On all
5 years
the-
of warranty.
5 years of
Of
warranty.
your own warranty from your
Yes.
own side
on-
across UAE.
Yeah, on the entire, well, across all of our customers regionally, on the entire system that we give. So if there's any issue that happened, we had a small issue that came up with the BMS for one of our partners. Immediately sent them a replacement and got them, on the road again. Anything that happens, we're here to support. We have been supporting our clients, so yeah.
And it is insurance covered basically in this regard. So insurance would accept your products to be
So for the local market,
Yes.
we're working on the regulation to bring them, especially LCVs, into this market, and we're working with insurance providers at the same time to basically be able to get both insurance and certification together here. And for the outside, for the regional markets, we're working with clients who are working with
Yeah.
those governments
Yeah.
to be able to do
So
that.
Fuse today is in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Any plan to expand beyond?
We have been looking actually at expanding into Europe. It's a massive market over
Europe.
there. Europe, specifically countries like the Netherlands and Germany, because they have a good amount of innovation around automotive and automotive systems. A lot of the kind of companies that do the kind of work we do are also based over there, and we want to use some of that talent and resources to be able to develop our product. And so there's a potential that we'll be moving at least the research and development to some part of Europe in the year.
Salman, thank you very much for being with us today.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.